Why Nana your commander that night who gave the instructions for the military to shoot? Military officer Ben your body too. The people who went to the site, why is the AGA boss, the MD, still at post? Why are we allowing this nonsense to happen in Ghana? Right. Now, Muntaka, I'll come to him. I won't talk about Muntaka. But you know my stand when it comes to Muntaka. He's a rat. Yeah. And I'm going to change from that. Muntaka is a rat. If the NPP are going to make any inroads in the Ashanti region, they'll use Muntaka. He's a rat. And I'll not change from that because I know what I'm talking about. But I'm not ready to deal with Muntaka now. Muntaka issue there, I'll take care of it at the right time. Now, last week, Asemi si Ghana and me Obuasi ni akora minyini Obuasi. I know every corner in Obuasi. It is sometimes I call myself say, yes, Mr. Get it for me. I know myself say, you're from Hogalam say boy, because I grew up in Obuasi and I'm not shy. I'm very happy to grow up in Obuasi. It's part of the reason why I unhume so many a ding. And you don't just see Obuasi ni akora and say so near bre. Obi on Obuasi ni dilibia nim so Obuasi ni akora ni na form ni nyamresa. It does not matter the home you come from. Ohieni bo sikeni bo Obuasi ni akora is not timid and not any normal. Oya Obuasi ni akora now you're timid as wabodam yenti ase. Yene Obuasi krampo you benya problem. And I'm very proud to say minyi na Obuasi. My basic education minyi na Obuasi. I've always said me the Obuasi there. If I have to speak for Obuasi, I'll do it. And if I have to criticize Obuasi, anytime any opportunity be me, yeah. And when you know me to be the Mabuasi for. Yes, because omudin kwasi asema me catch robo mudin kwasi asem. And yeah, because me feel Obuasi am now for Obuasi and I say me nimini pebu Obuasi nti se Obuasi for Jimia. I should not talk about it. I will talk about it. Now, last week, all over social media and on radio, traditional radio, TV, there was one topic that was going around in Ghana. And that topic was that Yekun eye nipa 7 ewo Obuasi. So we study my platforms, enemy team. We decided to stay away from that conversation. We wanted to hear other opinions. We wanted to know, let's say, among for making legitimate claims about the incidents they see Obuasi yebo nipa enson etuo Obuasi. Now, the question is, science sama mu se koso ni nyina no, omo anomo kasa ni nyina no. My question to them is say, where are they now? Does the conversation end there? Because you could see, say, omo more TikTok, omo radio so, TV so, na omo ye dede nyina omo directing Obuasi, yet the killing of 7 people, no, they were all directing it to Captain Smart. The question is, were they seeking justice for the people of Mokumo Obuasi? And I say, it was out of pain. Say, and I want to say that I'm not holding brief for Captain Smart. Matinami show so I've told him my peace of mind so many times. I'm not going to use my platform to defend anybody. But my issue here is, sa assembly si Obuasi no. Mwana mo kasa na muye dede no. Was it about seeking justice for the people who were killed or murdered, or it was because some of you people thought to say it was the right opportunity to go after Captain Smart? Because for some reason, as someone kasankasana is see na ya boni pansun tuo no against their will no. Ya Ghana military e kuomo close range no. As someone kasankasano, it looks like say majority of people who started this conversation and blaming Captain Smart say some utterances that he made and it causes our problem no. The lives of the people nankasana here no. The justice we are seeking for the people no. They don't care about it again. It looked like say it was an agenda to nail Captain Smart because of a mistake he made. I would say a mistake because none of the people who were sitting on TV from who journalists for any so-called at ananta bloggers near the adeno. Obian to me can't say on social media encore against the ethics of social media no chance and as a radio no tisono. The journalists who were criticizing Captain Smart, criticizing everything, no, nobody can tell me say the ethics of the yejuma ye no, sa ejuma we no obia embu ethics no so da. And this obibu ethics no so 5 years ago. When something happens today, we need to go bring that 5 years one to judge the person today. I understand it's fine. And we have to do that because we need to check the system. And Captain Smart, some mistake no, he needs to be spoken to. It's a fact. He needs to be corrected. People need to let him know that your job, no, you are not even supposed to do this. I get it. But the question here is, those people who were making so much noise, was it about the people who were killed, seeking justice for them, or it was about some kind of agenda or a pain against Captain Smart? Because it is looking like, say, majority of the people who were speaking and bringing Captain Smart into that matter, Obuasi killings, they sound like they are pained. They are pained because Captain Smart ye juma too much my NDC about power. It is a yenya Captain Smart there. Let's nail him. I'm asking you, was all those commentaries for justice to prevail or a personal vendetta or agenda against Captain Smart's career? I will not sit on my platform and defend Captain Smart for his actions. I'm not going to do it. But I'm also asking the motive behind some of the people who were sitting on radio, the so-called journalists in and out of want to say, was the main thing about the seeking justice for the people, or it was about trying to get at Captain Smart because Makume Muno, MPP lose elections, and we know for a fact that Captain Smart, the journalism work, he played some role for the NDC to win elections. It's a fact. I won't take it away from him. Inti esa attacks na yawa amudi lose election na amudi can samna and I say looking at Asamono clearly, and making sure say you didn't know kure atu baby or said that because me ya say your body pan soon too. Na the pan soon na ya bo mutuo ya yesi omono. Nobody is making that a priority. Rather, everybody thinks say, or some people think say, when they go after a journalist, that will solve the problem. Mibusau, where did that conversation go? And I did Captain Smart at we are not soldier for no boss out to or some form who Diana, because we are talking about military men who are supposed to know, who are supposed to act right under pressure. We are talking about military men who should know what to do at what time. This is not the first time Nipebi ako tran kantan every ako AG for territory mu. This is not the first time. Mimi nyini Obuasi. I've seen this over 1,000 times. Till date, sa nipan so aye bo mutuo Ghana military for bo mutuo no. We have not heard the Ghana military say Obuasi ni akwala ana small scale miner bi ebo soja ni bi tuo. So we are asking, what at all did these guys do for the soldiers to waste 7 lives? What did they do? Why is that not our priority? Other than we are not seeking answers. Why are we not seeking justice for these people? But it looked like, say, majority of the people are not radio, social media, LDD Captain Smart. The whole thing was the pain almost suffers still from the defeat of the NPP. And that is what I am seeing. That is what I am seeing. We need to be asking questions. Who gave the instructions for these military men to open fire on innocent Ghanaians? I say innocent because they were not yielding guns. These were Ghanaians who did not fire to kill a military officer. You and I, we have not been trained to be able to stand pressure. We have not been trained to know, say, we have not been trained to know, say, this danger needs to be dealt with this way. The Ghana military men, they have been trained. Now the question here is, small scale miner bang and a key to a boss so need to and what's a sojani a be a tuo a guniso. Yet I want to hear my sojani be unconscious, your boss sojani be a two. Into the question is, why a massa or dano? Why in a year call? Because from what I know, from a year witnesses who were there, the military men who came, they actually made a call. And when they made the call, that was when they started firing. We are talking about people who are before you, not less than a mile. People who are about 200 meters away from you. If even they are holding machete, and I said they are holding knives, you are a military officer. Enti die na be ma sojani atwituo abo nipa 7 tuo pay abra sojani ntumi kan chem say nipa no mu gina no ba ko tutuo bo sojani bi e ma sojani bi 9 eto kan 9. Why are we not asking those questions? And you see, my member video bin tremo. There was a young man who was there. And my member bin tremo. Soldier for no bo tuo no. They are the same military officers, sir. Time and I to abano. Yes, police station be Obuasi a the Obuasi young men stop you omona. Yes, ombabu they were the same military officers are boss to this men. Sanko for we.
Video. Let me tell you something. And we are going to pay the first question. I'm being amazing. Get back. You are not going anywhere. You are not going to the police station. 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 Whatever you want. Hey! Move video.
These are the same military officers. Soldier 4 in election 2024 Obuasi East. These are the same military officers of Obuasi. The question is, why are military officers guarding private property? AngloGold Ashanti as a company, don't they have their own security? Why are the military there? These military men there, they are guarding Galamsey site and guarding AngloGold Ashanti sites. Why are military officers guarding private properties? Is that their job? Time and AngloGold Ashanti had their own security. AGC security. No much green. So why is this at this point? AngloGold Ashanti, a big company like AngloGold Ashanti, they don't even have a security. Why should the military be guarding AngloGold Ashanti sites? Why? And why is the CEO, the MD of AngloGold Ashanti, why is he quiet on this matter? Because he was part of the people who gave the instructions for these men to be shot. Why hasn't he resigned? Argentina, the guy is still at post. Why are we not questioning these people who gave the instructions for the military to shoot? We want answers. We want to seek justice. We want the people why the commander that night who gave the instructions for the military to shoot? Military officer Ben Yaboni too. The people who went to the site. Why is the AGA boss, the MD, still at post? Why are we allowing this nonsense to happen in Ghana? And we sit in Ghana. Nobody wants to talk about the most important thing because the agenda is that Captain Smart Aye campaign Abwa Emma NDC about power because that MPP need Jimmy Yan destroy Captain Smart. I'm not holding brief for him. If he has made the mistake, it's his own problem. But the issue here is you going after Captain Smart worth more than the lives that we lost in Obuasi. Captain Smart now going at Tebono. And no never to save people need to account. People need to give us answers. It is a opati luzi. Say oh yaw. Say Captain Smart I need you maybe and I quit your partner. Na say obi atwituo ameda Ghana for 7. You have to make it an agenda. Say dear into better cham says our boys na no social media. Girls na no did radio suni social media e kasa no. Say nkomo maame ana mo papa ka omo ye bo buto no ho a ankom be jai sa omo mawu na sa waka Captain Smart asem. No. Their focus will be on the military officer who pulled the trigger. Their focus will be on the AGAMD who oversaw the killing or murdering of these Ghanaians because AG and rente some military for we. So the MD should take responsibility for these killings. This is not just this is pure murder. Now, would you say that anka MD of AG and got position? No. Who hired the military? Who hired those military men? Is the AG MD. So why is he still in office? Why are we not saying that guy should step down? Why are we not protesting? Why are we not making sure the people who rather killed are being questioned? And then a changing conversation because a yaw will be muyem. Because people are still paying this MPP free power. Because some people feel say journalists phobi ekasaye etia bone inti ende de yenya omo yanti omuti uti omuti a nipa nso na eku omo no nya nipa. That is my problem in this whole thing. Inti abaye no, I didn't say anything. I was just listening. And you get some people speaking a lot. And I was watching them. Some of them, 90% are ignorant. They are speaking because Osiname Obisa me Fribuase, Obisa me Asantini, Obisa ye the MPP4. The issue is so were you going to leave that one to go and say Captain Smart can summon Mbrebi? You are going to be asking questions. You'll be even asking for compensation. Mo amu Fribuase na bujina TV so and the social media for amoke kwasi asem no knowledge no so wunuam bema no ana momba na mawo mogudem nanka omugu na nke bo ba akutu a anka ba begina be ka say nsem you be kan 3 months you will be asking questions adena sojani no e boss atuo no na wunuani kutatuo wunuani ku sojani. Let's stop this foolishness. We want answers. The AngloGold Ashanti MD is responsible for this murder. The soldiers who went there to kill them were instructed by somebody to shoot. People are supposed to give us answers. The MD of AngloGold Ashanti, Mr. S, get me the guy's picture. We cannot make this go just like that. We cannot just sit there and say, oh, you're attacking Captain Smart into problem. We can't do that. We are going to make sure the right thing is done. And if the AGAMD is going to be fired because AngloGold Ashanti is a private company, they cannot come to Ghana and murder 7 people and walk. We will let the international community know that AngloGold Ashanti murdered 7 people. Yes. Because it's a company that is supposed to have its own security. I don't even know why the Ghana military is guarding a private facility. Why is AngloGold Ashanti hiring military to guard their facility? They have the right to put together their own private security. Why are they doing that? Somebody should give us answers. I want to put the MD of AngloGold Ashanti, his picture on the screen. Now, we are going to officially make sure that the MD of AngloGold, who was part of this, yes, because the military officers are the question is, why they hire them? Were they working for free? Somebody hired them. Somebody was paying them. So when that person commits a crime, you, the person who hired them, is supposed to answer. Mr. S, get me the picture. I think we have it somewhere. The MD of AngloGold Ashanti. We had the picture somewhere. I think the last time we were speaking, it came up. I have the picture. Mr. S, I have the picture. This man should be held accountable. And I'm so surprised to say, I say Obian Peso Beka. I say everybody is quiet. Near Tiha, and there were some people of Water River Authority. Omoko Bie Insio Ewa Akosumbo and the far Ghana for we were blaming those people who did that job. Why are we not blaming the MD of AngloGold Ashanti? Why is this guy still at post? Why is this guy still there? We not making him understand to say you cannot lead the private company to murder Ghanaians. Let me tell you, when somebody encroaches on your property, in Ghana ranch, they say you have to shoot to kill. I'm telling you, it's a fact. Encroaching people's property is a crime. Now the question here is, crime committee, did it deserve them being murdered? These people were murdered. It's a crime now, committee, did it deserve military officers opening live guns on them? That is the question we're asking. Unless the MD of AngloGold Ashanti gave direct instructions to the military that when somebody crosses our territory, shoot to kill, then we will question him. Somebody needs to tell us something. Are we echoing? Are we echoing? That is the thing. So we need to start asking the relevant questions. Who is taking responsibility for these murders? The MD of AngloGold Ashanti, he needs to step away. He needs to step away. Watch this video. This is one gentleman who was there when the issue happened.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, brother, kuna soja for shoot no. Oni jina ono. Na me aboa you're treating fine. On the bullet in kana. Oni jina ono. Nti nenu mu nsem kakra na ono ankasa eyewitness. Brother, I didn't see you now. Who can I didn't see you? Ebani saying.
First of all, I say take after say but take Kurano. And yes, a fish and I say kind of decoy any cutter and a cylinder, a jar, a detra, a canter, and a truck canter and your boy surrender. Any opinion for me, that force opinion for me. A boy to Junior Catro, me say, much or Monfante, it's a Bonia is a canton try by Monfante, the pay it's a Ginawana, Omukrano Mupaya Chose, and Yabutre by Omucommandano, I only disagango, and no content or no quay call. Call me the sofa, the Nidio Kayan, Nim Tidia, a woman. It's in a Ginawana who say, I say, Ada gang eba, Ada gang eba ne car. It's the bit I say, Omubu on my Yantin one is almost start to shoot in Yanuma. Nukurano for Namijan and Chesina or no Casa Mintina, or Katrami, I also say, Mintina, say, I kill Kerfi, I come. And the house and you saw Catse, say, I kill Kerfi, I come and I'll say, Tina, Dadzie, Atchimi, and Dadia Atchimi, a tuna canon, and a mini Mr. Danina, Ampa, Nana Music, two in the two on the Bormawor and a Pamia, and see. And yes, be a yena, you do me say, you're near a no more, and I say no more for ye. After saying, you take Cantano, say Boko to G, Boko to be seen in a poor watcher was a strong Yet Bonia and say, yeah, new Pacho,
who did say?
A friend of Razaki Brian.
And he about more hospital, baby, and about Munching.
Oh, painful, dear, painful at the bow, painful at the bow, painful at the bow.
This is what happened. AGA ewo a lot of land ewo Obuasi. Land tibi wa omode fence afahu. In kanta na wakane to say mesh. And almost muchaye. And AGA knows this is not new. And I'm not here supporting illegality. But as the last result, and then they say also mukunipa ana. Also mukunipa 7. That's the question. They could have arrested them. They are military officers. They have been trained to do that. DNA mama junior say also mukuomo. And no any question no. Inti Ghana na yetino. Right now, what say assembly senior military choir. The only option they have is to kill. Somebody needs to answer questions. And this AGA MD, he needs to answer questions. And I'll be happy. Dr. Solomon Owusu, he knows more about mining. Dr. Solomon Owusu, me am down for Dr. Solomon Owusu. This guy is a very good friend. You know a lot about mining. Why haven't you spoken about the killings in Obuasi? Dr. Solomon Owusu, mining engineer Dr. Solomon Owusu. This guy is a very good friend. Why have you refused to speak? Because I know you are very vocal, and I respect you for that. You speak on illegal mining, activities that hampers or goes against the environment. You speak against illegal, small scale. You are very vocal. You have been very vocal. This particular incident, why have you refused to speak on this incident? Is it because this guy was your classmate and is your friend? Or there are other things, that's why you have decided not to speak on this matter? I want you to go on radio. I want you to go on TV. Speak on this matter. You have learned engineering more than I have learned. I don't even know anything about it. And I know when you learn about mining, you learn about security too. So you know how to protect mine, how it should be done. Why have you refused to speak on this? The MD of AngloGold Ashanti needs to be fired. I am praying that this incident ends CBM. But to prevent this incident from happening, no, the people who caused that problem, no, these military officers or say publish anymore TV, so they need to be sacked and they need to face jail time. They have murdered Ghanaians. Mamika be binchro. ABI Wajini will say, Assembly see and one on a court. There's pain. I'm telling you, every military officer in Obuasi, life is at stake. They are legitimate police officers. Their life, life, is at stake. People are pained. You cannot open fire and kill 7 people and think, say, people will not react. And I don't want it to get to that level. It's something that I wish never happens. But if we decide not to take actions, then we are allowing people with such pain in their heart, to take some decisions. We cannot make it look like a normal day and walk away. No! Somebody needs to take responsibility. A man for money, a bomb to a kuomu. Obi and my instructions, something needs to be done. Inti yang punish obia, yang you obiedi, yang jelu obia. So the next day, they'll go do the same thing again. I'm not going to be on my platform to defend any criminal act. I will never do it. But in Ghana, minim say, so you Ghana ni na so obi bokro no kra na wan twitu ambo obi tuwa. So bo obi tuwa kwa yan twitu ambo ni tuwo. We know that is how the law etie ewo Ghana. Inti edien pa na nkofo we ye ya. Soja for who say etuo e beku omo nkwa ne the only option for them. Crime is bad. You are not supposed to encroach people's property. But we also, as humans, we cannot stop people from their actions. That does not mean that when people fault, we should, at the end of the day, go against the law. No. And I say that jail. And I will never say obi encroach and now uncle we are AngloGold Ashanti gold. I will never advise anybody to do that. But the military officers there, no, that is not how they are supposed to handle the issue. So we need justice in here. The MD of AngloGold Ashanti needs to be fired. Or we need to hear something from AngloGold Ashanti. Because till now, they have said nothing. The only thing that they said is that, oh, the AGA school, AGA schools are closed now. We don't need that. This guy needs to take responsibility. Say ne ban your body to and continue and no win punching and you ding. No, I don't care whether he was there or not. Somebody needs to take responsibility. This guy murdered those 7 gentlemen. He did. We are yet to hear that a military officer was murdered by these people they killed. Inti AngloGold Ashanti, this is a fight between my platform and your company. If nothing is done, we will make sure the world gets to know that AngloGold Ashanti Obuasi mine, AngloGold Ashanti Obuasi mine is not worth investing with. We will make the world know that your leaders in Obuasi leading the mine are murderers. You people just go to Obuasi, you build one toilet, you build one water, and then you murder the people for their money. We are not going to allow that. And I will not sit here and justify anybody trying to steal from AngloGold Ashanti. There are right channels to use to arrest people and make sure they face the full rigors of the law. That is why there are laws governing this country. That is why when somebody goes against the law, we have to arrest them and send them to court to be jailed. You have the right to do that. AngloGold Ashanti mine from tomorrow, when I come, we need answers. Or else this gentleman's picture will be on my show every day and the world will get to know he led the murdering of 7 young people in Obuasi. He led the murdering. I saw this statement from Ochehene. And Ochehene, sorry, Mr. Buachi, Ebuakwahene. Ohene kiti. Opeje na beti. Now, Ebuakwahene akasa, or say, Ochehene, omono friends, orders seizure of excavators, removal of all mining equipment operating along Búrņ River. Yes, Mr. Buachi, Ebuakwahene say, and the obia or yet whether illegal or legal mining or that Búrņ River no so no or my instructions say obia in excavators. 2 questions na mibusano. 1, to me ben or what to give that instruction, and 2, is this the first time he's hearing say people are mining close to the Búrņ River? Now 2 questions. Hypocrisy and the so the che and intina amana pantain ayedi ayeno nyachum ena eso ne che eni ntina mana pantan aye de aye no mebusa Ebuakwahene say when did he hear say amanfo bi galamsey e wo Búrņ River no? When did he first hear it? Afenyi na oti 2 days ya ro oti, and their capacity no wo power ben near to krom ha ena mo sankofo we na machimfo we ebedi to me catch say obia engineer seize excavator because it was not done in the right way. People died. People's excavators were stolen. People at the end of the day were rendered bankrupt because of the way you people and your party more conducted exercise. No, a government is in power. They have means and ways, in a way that people will not benefit from illegality. Because near to Chrome and a mobile some seize excavators, ye no, not your chama himfo. Ye no, na ya bonko photo Charles Bisu, de Eko Wusi, Mrekuduka, and the Munko for a chimfo way, Ketijamfamo, and a mubo to the jinko for excavator. There needs to be a formal way of seizing excavators in Ghana. With all due respect, Ebuakwahene, you don't have any power to instruct anybody to leave. Say, or yet legitimate mining na own free Búrņ no. So be a legitimate miner, it means he knows what he's doing is right. And the government will check every miner who is doing legitimate mining. You have the right to tell illegal miners to move. But when people are doing legitimate mining, our more licenses are, we all can come and check what they do. Say they are not destroying water. You don't have the power to do that. For 8 years, you did not see someone for air mining or Búrņ River no. Na mo just say Jimmy ana. O fa asen mo omutugu nsa asen so. Ye ntia na o olanga de for mo eko kuro so ko bo otuo. Ne ntia. Were we not here? Did you see anything wrong? For 8 years, they have been mining. They've been mining along the Búrņ River for 8 years. You did not see it. 2 weeks here now. What actually influenced that decision? And now excavators will hold our person going free. And now, Usro say, Wonana no bina, or must say, Achima Sasia, Galamsia, Sensuno, Usro say, and this yaban bet shomo into Ode by force to force, say, Ubia day. Capacity ben, or the Casa Semono. Capacity ben, or the Casa Semono. The same thing, Omuya, Omuba power, ye be seize excavators, and Omutugumu, and Omuyanko for excavators, because no more to me. Obi ko kasa ni abodi tuo obi kasa ni atwaja to ni fie obi kasa na mu wia ko eyeden eko Jubilee House na omo ahemfo no ye che excavators ne mo over 2,000 to 3,000 excavators e be si na yehu ba kumpo what na insuo we hu for 8 years we hu so obi aye galamsey we hu so obi aye adwuma eka 2 days dia wo so obi an seize adwuma oye obi an yi ni excavator na da be na hu sa asem no capacity ni position be na de kan sa asem no Emramena, what they can't accept no. Our assassin Yawodia. Now, assassin Yawodia 8 years, and when who be a galamzeno. Munja nya chumono. Munja mona moso sosma chrono, aye kesia or Ghana. O capacity is saying, tell me your capacity, na me who baby out to see. O capacity is on my hine. A demra and a tight chida would take us a decision no. On my hine or deal or crobeso. Opposition is saying, ehina wujina o captain's band wen munja is adiano muni sa 2 minam de unhunu nipa ni biem. We need to protect this country. Yeah, mama, the opportunity to speak against the NPP government to make things right. You people were part of the crime. Yet yana GMPC yetamo musika ma ko party. Satan ye kan wasema no wemuna welcome onu mesi. E na woto ayampia didi ma amenem atem se ye ne ebeka ekufu ado asem no ye ma me enkurasefo mba. And then Kurasefo no man chira wo sa wuti kurase men taking Kurasefo decision. Mujin say ye Jimmy. They be anamo the tactics. Mudi 442. Na mudi enyamo ho say tem na mu hunahuna nkofo. It is the job of the government to protect the land. Asaase bia government Ghana dia president ne dia. Asaase bia Ghana nia bia president ne dia. And it is the responsibility of the government to protect the land. Omo illegal mining, the government has to formally start dealing with them. Tinafie where the 8 years when you sika say tem we busha for ntie we be di nkwase asem we tuma ka bibia nkyere omo na nsia 2 days na hu say ye galam so obrim no so shut up Sanyoma we are not going to allow it again. So what now 8 years I galamsey am wonia echire wo ka kire me say 8 years we hu so bia galamsey wo brim no so echire 8 years no we hu say Ghana ni bia ye galamsey na say Mrs. which one is this? All right, okay. Thank you, sirs. So shut up, Mr. Búrņ. Abano ebe protect Ghana and Asaase. Abano be make sure said this is done formally. Dadzie o ye no. You cannot create any kind of idea be to say when na wo ku galamsey 8 years what na unim de ekoso ne etia na dampare ankasa krom ne ye galamsey. Ekufu ado dan echi ne ye galamsey. Ne etia ne nyina hu ye. Yeti ukrom yetia na oma ye nkofo botuo ewo achim kronim mojeje nsase. Don't pretend they said now when him say 8 years ye galamsey wo brim no so. So shut up. We want to reset this nation. Shut up and sit in your corner. Obaka se mi muade me didi watem mi ndi watem ona watena brochire cheme ona wonim New Jersey for slangs. Shut up is not an insult. Just shut up and sit down. Inkurase for mano ye bebu Ghana no. Mona muni ate enso na muntumi twitwu mo sen. Ne adwin sa mo de bokọ abrochire mo ahyehyɛ suit no se bi o ka mo de anka mo num mbon mo ba munim de ye ne anim se sa mo ti abrochire na mo nyina mo ntwitwu mo sen ekufu ado bedi etuo mo sa ankwasiafo no omo ba bedi Ghana so 8 years no ne anim se omo hyehyɛ suit no mo num bon eye enkurasefo mba na yaba ye na ye num bon ye na ye be yusu asokodua atwitwi yesen. We will clean this country and make things right. So shut up. Oh, ya beka Ghana so be di ma amene mo atem. Esa beka kire saying. Oliver, You can write whatever you want to write. Parliament needs to, hey, Oliver, you can write whatever you want to write on social media. Nobody cares. Go to Parliament and prove to Parliament that you saw an appointee pay you money. We don't know how Parliament works. You have written on social media 5 minutes ago that folks don't know how Parliament works. You know how it works. So go to Parliament and tell Parliament that you know their job more than them. You need to do that. And Alban Bagby needs to do this. This is what he has written on social media. Hey, Masa, man, can you be in Mo, yeah? Yeah, Masa, I'm kwasi asemne nkoso Ghana biam. We are the folks who are foolish. We don't know how Parliament works. You, Oliver, you know how Parliament works. Go to Parliament and explain to parliamentarians how it works and how they pay bribes. You have to go to jail because at least you know the law. You there, at least, also a lawyer, so you sitting on social media telling parliamentarians and appointees that they are criminals. So you need to prove, because right now you are telling Alban Bagbin that he's a criminal. Because Alban Bagbin, he set up the committee. So if somebody is sitting on committee taking money, you need to prove to Alban Bagbin that this person took money. You, Oliver, you have to go to Parliament and answer that question. Folks do not really know or understand how Parliament. I don't know. And majority of the people watching me, they don't know. You know. Go there and prove to us. Somebody has to even take you on. Also be the court for you to prove, because you cannot malign the Parliament of Ghana. You need to prove. And the good thing is, you have a law degree to prove. So whatever you are saying, you know. Personally, I will find a way to get to Alban Bagbin for you to be invited to Parliament. I will say, Ghana. You need me. I don't need anything from you. And I don't hate you. I want you to prove to Ghanaians, Nipa Otia Sika, appointee Otia Sika, you're endorsing of Parliament. I don't know how Parliament works. Maybe Alban Bagbin Awoka on the G-Scano. Maybe the chairman of the committee in the G-Scano. Maybe Omam. So you need to prove beyond. Yeah, Jimmy. We don't know how it works. I'm not a parliamentarian. The last time I checked, you were not a parliamentarian. So maybe you have heard something or seen something we don't know. So go to Parliament and prove to us. And we will make sure you come to Parliament to answer, because whatever you put out there, it has tainted the credibility of the committee's work. Do you know that? This statement you put online, as a lawyer who knows better, this statement that you put online, it has tainted a parliamentary committee, the vetting committee, their job. It has tainted it. Right now, tomorrow, people are going to go to vetting, and some people be carrying that in their head that Oliver says they are taking money. So you need to go and prove to them. You have tainted parliamentary proceedings. So, Oliver, it is important for your own credibility and also to protect our parliament. And Speaker Alban Bagbin, this is very important to Ghanaians. Enough is enough. The disrespect and the lies and then insinuations and allegations without any fact backing it. This has to end. So, Oliver, you have actually come, you are back on Facebook saying folks like us don't know how Parliament works. Yes, Mimetiano. Minim si ya Parliament yejuma. Minim so biji bribe or Parliament. More evidence and come actually. Minim obi a wetu sika me ama appointment and come sa evidence na ba. Minim me call Parliament that. So obi just call Parliament minim. Me na me camera and capture obi a just call Parliament. Wona winim. You know how Parliament works. So go and prove to Parliament how Parliament works. You need to go with evidence. All right. Now, there's this story too we need to deal with. 629 in the US. It's definitely 1129 in Ghana. Education Minister Haruna Idrisu announces government will introduce solar energy initiative for all basic and secondary schools this year to reduce their reliance on national grid. Mr. S, this is not a story I was looking for. I need the other story. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. S. Now, Haruna Idrisu and I take over as Education Minister. From 2016, 2017, January 7th, Ekufuado ne MPP ni ba omiamo eteki office. Omo kachire say omo implemented free SHS 2.0 because omo ba na free SHS order that from 2015. Now, from 2017, ebesi 2024, especially the latter part of 2024, Nana Akufo-Addo, Educhum, Bawumia, they sat or they stood around on platforms around the nation. Ghana for say, Ninkwara dodo ama benefited from free SHS no, 5.7 million. 5.7 million. Now, NDC about power. Haruna Idrisu is now the education minister. Omako bienkra time and Ora office no the first thing who and say enkwara more free SHS nyina 3 million. But Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo any Bawumia any Educhum NPP for akachre for the past 8 years say enkwara 5.7 million and a benefit from free SHS. And right now no Haruna Idrisu say he wants the actual figures or person actual figures no omomani who data no. Now from what we are seeing here and the report now this should tell you say a free SHS na Akufo-Addo mo implementing the by force no na a cash cow. You can say be a cash cow na a avenue for them to steal billions from Ghanaians. Now if what they are showing us or Haruna Idrisu and the education ministry are showing us is to go by and I say it's true. Say 3 million people and truly na omo enjoy free SHS no name enya 5.7 then it means to say sikibia a core a free SHS no Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo mo they doubled it because technically it's a double of a year nipa dodoa no more free SHS. It is spending 10 billion Ghana cedis for free SHS. So person we charitable cry. It means say 60% of the money. And an uncle say free SHS 40% no omedi. Let's be charitable. Let's say 10 billion and you're spending what free SHS on and 100 billion. What is going to happen is say the numbers you are saying say and just 5.7 million children. Name 3 million children. Then it means say 10 billion just 6 billion and a free SHS no 4 billion kano sika omufadi. For Haruna Idrisu to ask for the data no, it is very important and imperative because the amount of money and go forward the free SHS area because one to can't say nipa 5.7 million and a budget we the more say the free SHS. I a question kratem no nipa 3 million. It means sikana wo de koye no half of that money no wedi. Half of pay and the cater for 3 million kids in school. People have to go to jail. Educhum, Napo, Obia wa headed the education ministry bia, they need to answer questions. Oh, said the biania catch them. John Mahama catch them say, Nana Akufo-Addo the MPP, omuti e binim. Addo move free power na mon kwasiafo na maka na mo betiasie the damage they have done to us. This story should worry every Ghanaian. It should make you feel say na enkofo we omo we say ye kwasiafo ana. Because right now Haruna Idrisu say omo for figures ne bra no validate figures no. Because right now as we speak we don't even know nipa dodo an omo free SHS omo say they be omo tam Ghana sika dia hwesa ankwara no. On say before election 2024 now every time be almost say 4.9 million. A car bear 1 month to elections, I feel almost say 5.7 million. You know why? Because they had budgeted and they have taken the money. Now they had taken that money, they were expecting to win the elections. Now sa number no. Now omode dada mo omode G sika every Ministry of Finance edi sika no. But now we are so conscious say Jemensa will rig the elections, they will rig the election, they will kill and still maintain power. So the money they were squandering, and as no mudino enko baby. It is the latter part of the elections. Every time Akufo-Addo be opportunity, Bawumia be opportunity, country, Educhum be opportunity. No, I'm saying nipa 5.7 million, and I'm benefiting from free SHS. And there, Haruna Idrisu ba power no, it is looking clear. Say nipa 3 million and a benefit here. It nipa 2.7 million. No. Sa 2.7 million is sick and a wing. Because You spent money on 2.7 million people. Eka 3 million. No. Into 2.7. No. Sa nipa 2.7 was a 2.2. No. Sa sika no. Where did it go? Why in the D sa sika no? We are waiting for the data. Bawumia nankasa data. Any edebe show Bawumia. Now you get it. So you should be very worried. It's the same. We need to understand the say MPP 4-way sika omabe wiano. These are people. Don't get it twisted. The Education Minister Haruna Iddrisu will busani clearly. Haruna Iddrisu demands validation of free SHS beneficiary data. Or person who real number no. Nipa dodo saying ankasa de call free SHS no. Ana nipa 2.7 million en kwara munyire wu. Nipa 2.7 omunyire wu ana. Haruna Iddrisu is asking. Haruna Iddrisu obusa say ope the real raw numbers, ope validation, and the educhum ombrambeye press conference in country. Country. So now before elections, you know, now what airtime every social media platform, or to airtime or every radio station, and the Ubebia TV na country as the boss a confirm jina ho kekan kwasi abrofo. Abeto adena educhum emba abontin meka say it is a lie and that it is 5.7 million. Educhum wen. Na pokwa champagne na hwene se bomb blast no. So no say education minister. Bawumia Jimmy for no nam Ghana ka say 5.7 million free SHS. Adena ombe press conference. And ka say Haruna Iddrisu is lying and that it is 5.7 million. Omo wa hefa. All right, guys. Why? So we want to know. Into omu dadamu for 8 years. Na omu diska. No more inflating numbers. No more creative bibia to trim. And a sikani nyina ko free SHS. And ye shemo ma school. And I'm not cry a more Asare. Haruna Iddrisu about office as the minister of education. So or say in krata okoto no office no. En kwara amuko free SHS omo 3 million. Meaning Sikebia ya dema eye nkofo we somebody free SHS no also omo accounted for 3 million pe. Eye den omo ka kire say nkwara omo ko free SHS ni nyina 5.7 million. NPP send the oda ho NPP ma we are boa unim nyansa. You cannot help us build this nation. Send the oda ho university or any tertiary institution say me a MPP member ye future FMP or ya boa unim nyansa we Jimmy school now ko no ntiase. You are stupid to be part of this party. MPP or Jimmy. They are a bunch of fools. They are not willing to help Ghana. And to free SHS no when sikan kofo we die. They have finished this country. Let's get serious for once. Me expect to say Afenyi makina osori na opoti se kraman. O Jimmy no morning ekosi anadwono. Why is he not coming out to say Haruna Iddrisu is lying? And the data, we all know the data. Where is Bawumia? Where is Pele Pele? Where are those dirty, filthy people who thought it's a gun of way Jimmy? Whatever they have to tell us, we are talking about the data. Bawumia, the data is saying, say, free SHS no more 3 million. Your data said, say, 5.7 million. Where did the 2.7 million nipa do the sick and koye away? Mo in school. Mo ankora mo mudiane. Mo amuntia light bulb. Mo amuntia water bulb. En kwasiafo ne nam Ghana asensan fa to mi mama. Mo enwan ana.